God, I know you don't see what I see. I know you don't see what I see. Oh wow, I pop up for my tea and look who here. Look who else has to have a lunch break. Well, well, well. See, these people that be trolling me, hopefully they're not trolling me on purpose. But the ones that are, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them. Because they don't understand the mess they getting themselves into. I guess that's what's funny for me. I'm not even saying nothing no more. I'm not even saying nothing. I'm gonna let these people troll all they want to. And they gonna see for themselves how it go down. For people that know me, for people that have been around me and see how things get, don't even warn them. Don't warn them. Let them find out. Let them find out. Let them see for themselves what really happens. This don't make no damn sense. It don't make no sense. People end up on breaks at the exact same time that I pop up on the scene. How? How? Because you're a stalker. And I guess you think somebody like you, but I don't like you at all. You're not even my type. You're not even the type of person I would look at. But when you're traveling through places like this, people try to play match up. If they see you, they think they know you. They see you more than one time, they think they know you. So you gotta be mindful of these people. Having some tea. I mean, tea time. So all my sisters on the Holy base. For those of you, y'all not married, you ever want to meet up for tea, let me know. Only my Hebrew sisters and those that choose the Most High God are welcome. We have tea, we chill, we talk about God, and I show y'all, as an elder, I show y'all how to prepare yourself to be a wife if that is something that you aim for in this lifetime. Yeah, now that is perfect. That one I made perfect. First one. The first one was too bitter, but this one is not so bitter. It's really good. I was waiting for it to calm down, but it didn't. But you know, I wrote some poems, I wrote some prayers, and I had it translated into ancient Hebrew, and so I'm going to recite them to y'all during this debate. And the prayer is in the feminine form, so for the brethren, you will have to have it translated in the male form so you can say it yourself. But for the sister, you'll be able to say it because it's in a feminine form. You just have to learn it. And I don't suggest you trying to sound it out. I suggest you looking it up and studying to learn the words and how it's supposed to be properly pronounced and stuff like that. Yeah, we also have painting sessions. You know, it's a great time. I can show you a skill for people who want to learn how to paint. It is a clean habit when you're painting the right things. I'll show you as an elder what are correct and safe things that you can paint and keep in your home. And for the sisters that make things by hand, such as handmade soaps, all natural handmade soaps, containing one ingredient or less than five, not a whole bunch of toxic ingredients. For those sisters who make handmade ointments, oils, clothing, 100% fabric clothing, no mixed fabrics, no unclean mixed fabrics. During that gathering time of our Sabbath, you're more than welcome to come and show your different works. You're not allowed to sell them, but you are allowed to show them. That way, people that have met you, they can connect with you, and then after sunset until the next sunset, if you want to, make pieces for your other sister and brethren and their family, if they need that help until they learn how to do it on their own, you'll have that opportunity to do so. So that's the good thing about it. You can't marry a Hebrew Israelite if you live a different way of life. If you live a different way of life and you marry a Hebrew Israelite, both of y'all are just going to be living in wickedness. You have to choose the way of the Israelites first in order to marry that person. So you can't be living whatever life and then trying to pursue a Hebrew Israelite. No. You got to first get rid of your old life, learn the way of the Hebrew Israelite, and then pursue a Hebrew Israelite. There's a lot of people, they heard that Hebrews can marry whoever we want. Hebrews are originally designed, we're supposed to marry other Hebrews. If we marry someone who's not a Hebrew, such as ourselves, we put ourselves at risk of losing the culture that is so rich, because we will be distracted by the ways of the other nations. So it's not suggested, but it can happen, but it's not highly suggested. If you do that, you better be one strong Hebrew that knows your way. Pardon, allergies. I'm a real strong Hebrew. It's just I'm not interested in foreigners, even if they do live the way of God. If they live the way of the Most High God, I'm happy for them, but I'm not interested. I just don't have a natural desire for nothing that's not Hebrew. So don't waste your time trying to pursue me, because I'm not going to do nothing but make your life a living hell, and I guarantee you that. Yeah, that's my allergies. Yeah. Having my tea. It's tea time. It's tea time. You see that fro? My fro done shrunk down because of the heat. It's still curly. It's still curly and stuff and soft, but it's shrunk down. It smelled good too. It smelled like a field of grapes. It's beautiful outside, even though it's the sun is blocked by the clouds. It's just beautiful. Like, the air is not so stuffy. All that Canadian smoke, it's still in the air, but it's not like those last 2 days. Them last 2 days was terrible. It had me choking the air. The air was just nasty. I kept just breathing the air. It made me want to cough and throw up. I don't know what kind of forest trees y'all got, but them things is toxic. I don't know what y'all be spraying on y'all trees and y'all in your woods and whatnot, but that junk toxic. Yeah, I have old videos on here I talk to y'all about being Hebrew. And I be telling people all the time, I've been in Hebrew extremely long time. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. He honorable Hebrew, yeah. He stood up. He stood up for many Hebrews because he seen that artist was talking about me in the industry, trying to talk like he knew me. He made a song called Way Too Sexy, and he tried to infiltrate that he knew me, that I was some hoe that he knew. And he didn't know who I am. He didn't know how far I stretch across the globe. He made a huge mistake, and he put that on his own head. Now every Hebrew that know who I am, they not gonna let him breathe. If they not gonna let him breathe, if it's up to their physicalness. And you gotta understand, there's a lot of Hebrews that are still converting. You know, they still doing away with their old ways. You don't want to cross the path of them Hebrews. You don't want to cross the path of the ones that still dabbling in their old life habits. You don't want to cross them ones. Shout out to the brethren Kendrick Lamar. He's a Hebrew Israelite as well. Kodak Black is a Hebrew Israelite. Um, who else? Chingy is a Hebrew Israelite. I don't know if all of these people still live as Hebrew Israelites, but these are people who have claimed Hebrew Israelite in the past. Yeah, so, people just gotta stop. That's all. I think that once we get human beings to stop following people around, I think the world will be a better place for them. But neither here nor there. Because they don't see no immediate, you know what I'm saying, consequence, so to say, then they feel they could keep doing it. I'm gonna let them keep doing it because I already know that when it comes to getting physical, I already know that I could handle the majority of the people that bother me extremely easily. The fights I've been in the past were with big men, strong men, big women. You know what I'm saying? These little scrawny people that come around effing with me, I just be looking like, you're not even worth me getting excited. You're not worth it. I know for a fact you can't handle. It be these small puny people that they just think they're so powerful. You know what I mean? And then you get the big sloppy ones. You know they can't even move, but they just swear they so tough. And you be like, you big and you sloppy. You know you can't do nothing. Like I said, normal functioning people, they just don't go around bothering people. So, plain and simple, when you know people go around bothering, you know they're not normal functioning, disassociate yourself from them. When, if you're not required to speak to them, then don't speak to them. You don't owe these people no kind of loyalty, no type of nothing. God is the only one you need to be listening to. And when the Most High God tell you to leave wickedness alone, leave wickedness alone. God told me to leave the wickedness alone. God told me, don't even do it no more. I gave you power. I gave you power to handle these people, but I don't need you doing it like that no more. And so I'm slowly but surely pulling away from it. It don't mean that I won't defend myself. That's why I be looking at these people like, you think I won't, and I will. God is not telling us to be fools and allow people to trample over us. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, if a wicked person wants to keep challenging and keep seeing if it can become something, they'll see for themselves quickly that it can and it will, and that it does become something. But per the instructions given by the Most High God, we don't have to do nothing, because we're already in an extreme time where all of this wickedness is about to come to a fast crumble. A fast crumble. So anybody who is not in their right mind, leave them where they stand. Leave them where they stand. They not right. Leave them where they stand. Leave them standing there. It's not your job to make these people do the right thing in life. You know what? People know right from wrong when they little behind kids. Little behind kids know right from wrong. So you dealing with somebody who's in an adult body and they still playing that they don't know the difference between right and wrong. Leave them where they stand. Leave them where they stand. Don't even put your energy into it. Just don't. Let them think they win. Coming out of Babylon means closing down accounts that you really don't need. They're telling you to save for the future. There is no future of Babylon. They tell you to make a 401k. Do you see all these new rules on the 401k? They're finding more and more ways to keep your 401k, which you should have access to withdraw from while it is present in your present day if you want to. No, stop building these 401ks with these companies. Stop building savings accounts. Stop building Christmas accounts. Hebrews, we don't even celebrate Christmas, so you don't need no Christmas account. You don't need no holiday account. You don't need no travel account. Saving. No, you don't have to save anything. You need to save your soul. That's what you need to do. And you can't save your soul by staying committed to the ways of Babylon. If you run a legitimate business where you're selling pure things that God says is okay to sell, then keep your online business. Otherwise, close it down. You got a brick and mortar. You got a mom and pop business. If you're not doing the things that God needs you to do, shut it down. Because all it's doing is holding you back from your blessings. You probably wondering why it ain't working. Because God cursed this economy. It ain't gonna work. It's not going to. Got 5%. What else you gotta do? Stop eating unclean foods. I know it's hard to stop eating snacks. I know it's hard to stop eating fast food, especially when you're working in environments that force you to not be able to stop and eat the way you want. But it's better for you to put your money up, cook food. I hate microwaves. I don't even keep microwaves in my house. Every house I've ever had, I've never had a microwave. Not once. Only time I use microwaves is if I'm at somebody else's house or if I'm out traveling. Other than that, I don't stop using this stuff that takes away your nutrients and your balance. First thing you do, go to the produce section when you go grocery shopping. Let that be the first place you stop at. You know what I mean? And if it ain't the first place, let it be one of the places that you definitely stop at. Be mindful of these diseases going around. That chloro, whatever. They're saying that it's being passed through certain vegetables and fruits. Watch out for the berries. Watch out for the lettuces. They're saying it's not being cleaned proper. I say just don't eat it until you don't hear about nobody having it no more. Take it out of your diet for now. Fast from it for now. Abstain from it from now. Um, Try to find other things to eat, that are healthy and that are safe. You know what I'm saying? Stop going to these crab parties. This the ideal time for a whole bunch of seafood parties. Stop going. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, you don't eat that. We don't eat the garbage of the sea. That's not our meal. We don't eat porks. You know, stop putting that poison into your bodies, and then complaining when the doctor tell you got all different layers of cancer going through your body and whatnot. And then being mad when they give you poison for treatment, and then you say, "Oh, they're trying to kill us." No, you try to kill yourself because you keep putting this stuff into your body. They are doing their part, but you have to do your part to avoid it. It's a game. Has become a game of survival, um, and you have to figure out how to play it correctly. You can't play it correctly if you playing by the rules that hold you back. You got to play by the rules that set you to advance. advancing. I'm sorry, I was admiring a family. They just so adorable. Anywho, as I gotta get going on my day, it's my holy Sabbath, and I am an elder in it, and it is an honor to be at this point in my life. Um, just continuing to do everything I've been doing, plus, 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 you know. And like I said, for all the Hebrew brethren and sisters out there, this is our day of rest. It's our time, like I said, to remember the Sabbath day. I personally use it to relax. I use it to forgive people that have been annoying me throughout my week. People who do things that annoy me. This is the only reason why you still haven't got your head knocked off your shoulders by me. It's because I have a weekly cleansing, and I try to do it daily too. Like before my night ends, I really do try to, not think about stuff that annoys me. But the biggest part is when my holy Sabbath come upon me. That's when I really, really, really ask God to give me a heart of forgiveness and a pure, clean heart, because I'm a woman of my word. I can be a woman of God, but I'm also a woman of my word. And if I'm in a position where I have to defend myself, whatever my words say I will do to defend myself is what I will do. That's not even a question. But my shout out is to everybody out there in the world chilling, enjoying this day. Hebrew Israelites, we don't go in the markets, so do your best not to spend in the markets till sunset. Relax, pray, study. You know, spend time with your loved ones. If you're married, spend time with your spouse. If you have children, spend time with your family. If you're a single Hebrew Israelite, use this time to yourself. Reground yourself. Regain your purpose. You know what I mean? You can hang out with other Hebrew Israelites and spend this time, studying. Me, I like to spend that time with the Most High God. So the fact that I'm stopping to talk to y'all is because I want to tell all the Hebrew Israelites out there that it's a beautiful time for us, and it's just getting more and more beautiful. So shout out to each and every one of y'all. If you head over to the Facebook page or any other page that I'm on in the past, you'll see some old information that might help you. You won't really see me online as much as you used to. Like I said, if it ain't about me doing what I have to do, you won't see me up here, But you'll see me up here doing what I have to do. That won't ever stop until God ends this wicked world. But y'all be safe. God bless, no stress, and fuck the rest. Woo!